I'm about 60% done with my app, Closer Academy, and I've never been more excited. So much has gone on in the last couple of weeks, and in this video, I'm gonna give you a recap of everything that I've done with Closer Academy and how close I am to launching it and generating my first $1,000 in revenue. So since we last spoke, a huge thing that we've done is redesigned the UI UX. Initially, I was designing it myself in Flutterflow, but after further just kind of thought, I realized that, hey, I really wanna be intentional about the experience that I give my users. And although I'm building an MVP, I have full conviction that this app has a market. And the reason I have full conviction over it is because I run a sales team. A lot of my friends and my network run sales teams. And I really understand, like at a root level, the pain points of a sales team, especially training a specific sales rep. I also know that sales just as a career right now is doing really, really well. And there's a lot of opportunity because nowadays, people are looking for alternate education paths. Like instead of going to college, they're looking for ways that they can fast track their way to generating $10,000, $15,000 a month. And sales is a career that you can do with just some training on the internet. There are plenty of sales academies out there. And I know that sales is a verbal skill, it's a psychological skill. And I just have full conviction that this has a need. And I've also validated it with a few different influencers as well. If you watch my previous videos in this series, you know that I've also been talking to influencers. I talked to a few more since then, and I have some strong demand for influencers who want to promote the product. So what we've done is we've redesigned the entire onboarding flow. And since 65% of purchases happen during the onboarding flow, I took this part really seriously. So I put most of my time kind of designing a brand new onboarding flow with the UI designer. So I brought on a UI designer to the team as well. And before you think like, oh, Alim, like you just have a bunch of money and you're able to like, hire and pay all these people and you might be on a budget. I get that. And I know that most software startup founders are on a budget. Believe it or not, I didn't pay a single dollar for this UI design. I actually brought on this designer on a percentage basis. So I'm starting to offload some of the app to close people in my network. This is a UI designer who I worked with in the past. I'm not going to disclose who it is right now. When we launch, I will. But this is a UI designer who I've worked with in the past and I built a relationship with. They know I have a proven track record of launching successful products. So they were excited. So I didn't pay a single dollar for any of this UI work. And next, I'm going to show you the progress that we've made actually bringing it to life in Flutter. So I have a test flight here for Closer Academy. And what you see on the left side of the screen is actually my iPhone. So I'm using my iPhone right here. And this is a real working Flutter app. We've integrated Firebase. We've integrated RevenueCat. We've integrated the database, started designing the database collections. We've integrated sign-in with Google, sign-in with Apple, and pretty much 60% of the app is done. We're super, super excited about it. And I'm going to show you a demo of the app itself. So I'm going to log in with Google and I'll use my Ambitious Labs email. Hit continue. Gorgeous. So since I had already logged into my account, it's taking me into the paywall. So I've already logged into this account and this is going to be my paywall. We're going to try to test a more premium price point, $19 a month, $19.99 a month or $200 for the year. We are definitely going to iterate on this paywall, but this is the first version of it that we had. I'm going to hit skip for right now and actually log out. Instead, what I'll do is I'll sign up with a different account. So here's what I'll do. I'll go continue with email and I'll type in an email that I know I haven't used yet. Oh, goodness. I'll hit agree and continue. And boom, now I just started the onboarding flow. So like I said, 65% of in-app purchases happen during the onboarding flow. And I wanted to make sure I designed something that kind of gives off that AI vibe and also acquires enough information using my self-selling technique. This is the onboarding flow that I coach all the builders inside of Dreams into Apps, the self-selling onboarding flow, where you're essentially selling to yourself that this app is for you. And the biggest takeaway here is thinking about your onboarding flow as a funnel. And funnels are a concept that are been around for a long time in internet marketing. Funnel is the concept of creating a step-by-step flow where a user goes through and qualifies themselves as a lead. And in business and internet marketing, a lead is described as a potential customer who comes to your online platform. So we use a funnel type of strategy to qualify that the lead is the right fit for the actual product that they're using. For example, right here, what best describes your role? I'm given 5 options to choose from: account executive, closer, SDR, appointment setter, sales manager, or door-to-door sales professional, or other. Okay. If you are not one of these, the app is not for you. And I want you to politely cancel the app, delete it, and go away. And you're probably wondering, like, Alim, like, why would you want someone to go away? Well, that's because you don't want to be everything for everyone. And oftentimes whenever someone applies for Dreams into Apps and we hear them use words like anyone or everyone, we know they could be a good fit for our program because we can help them chisel down and start to think about how to solve a big problem for a small group of people. However, if they are consistent and persistent in saying anything and everyone, we actually don't like to work with them inside of Dreams into Apps because they're just not like thinking about business the right way. Like every successful startup never starts building for everyone. They always start building for one type of person. And yeah, like we just honestly don't find that attractive as a candidate. And then like as an entrepreneur, you need to be ready to be competing in a market where there's so much already out there that you have to be very specific about who you want to serve. And look, like account executive, SDR, sales managers, and door-to-door sales professionals, that's like tens of millions, if not 30 million plus people in the world. That's a huge market. And all I need is a few thousand of them to make, 7 figures. So anyways, I'll keep going forward in this process. Now I'm saying, what kind of sales do you do every week? Inbound sales call, cold calling leads, inbound sales call. Here's a quick screen that we did like to showcase the results that you can expect when you use Closure Academy. This is a claim that we haven't completely tested yet. We're likely going to adjust this ahead of launch. But essentially it says, Closure Academy AI helps account executives double their KPIs. Now we say, what is your goal? This is you selling to yourself that this app will help you reach your goal. So I specifically chose these goals because I know that these can be goals that someone wants for themselves and that they are likely thinking in their head at this point, whoa, how does this app know me, who I am, my position, my goals? Like this app must be for me. So if I say I want to double my close rate, now it's going to ask me what's stopping you from reaching your goals. And I did a lot of customer research to figure out why exactly, people are not hitting their goals. And I chose the 4 biggest reasons here after my customer interviews. So I know I have strong conviction that the customers who land on this app are going to see things that they that apply to them, So poor sales training. What do you need help with? Staying in the pocket, improving my tonality, practice selling other offers, handling objections better. Again, I did my customer research. I performed surveys, and I know that those are the answers and questions that people are going to want. Then I have this like really cool social proof screen. People love social proof, and they want to buy things that other people are seeing success in. So right now I just have some stock images. We're not going to launch with this. My goal is to launch this in my group of beta testers on test flight, get them to say a few things about the app, and then have them leave reviews, and I'll use their real reviews here. I don't really want to fake reviews. I'd rather have less reviews and real ones than a bunch of them that are fake. Then I'll hit proceed. It'll ask me if I have a referral code. I don't have one. And then here, it takes me to an AI personalization screen where now it's taking all that data, sending it to an AI, and we're actually training an LLM on who this person is. We're going to add probably more features in there later to give it a much richer profile experience, but that's it for right now. And then boom, I get a paywall. And I'm hoping that 65% of my users who pay come from the onboarding flow. So I put a lot of effort into that. I can hit get started, and you'll see my revenue cat triggers here, and I can charge the user $20 a month, or I can hit skip. And we built out the bare bones of the internals of the app. So we have 3 screens: challenges, career, and profile. And on my challenges screen, all I'm doing right here is showing the data from the app. So we built out the onboarding flow. We set up the skeleton. We've integrated Firebase. We are now actively working on the LLM and like the backend for the actual AI experience. I'm not going to show you too much of that because it's like my it's like my bread and butter right now. I'm going to show you it once it's done. So the next step in the next video, hopefully around this time next week, is going to be a real working demo of like a sales rep talking to a customer, and you can actually go back and forth and have a real life sales conversation. We're also seeding the database with a bunch of challenges. I could probably go ahead and show you that, but we have a bunch of challenges that are going to pop up here, like objection scenarios, cold calls, price drops, and this is going to be really, really cool. And We're seeding the database with a bunch of challenges so that when a user taps on the challenge, they're then taken into the challenge and they can actually execute it. So a lot of really cool stuff going on. Thank you for all your patience and staying with me on this series. I wanted to make this video to show you that we've been under the hood working really hard on this. We built out a team. We have a UI designer and then 2 engineers. Everyone's on percentage basis. And then we also have set aside a chunk for investors and then a chunk for influencers as well. I want to take this thing to the moon and do it in a very lean way. We don't need to go raise millions of dollars. I think we can do this lean, scrappy, generate revenue quickly, scale it up, and see where life takes us from there. Really excited about 2025. We'll be growing this on the side on YouTube. I'll be using this app to make a lot of educational content on how you can grow your app as well. If you are interested in building an app with me and our team at Ambitious Labs, use the link in the description where you can sign up to learn more about Dreams into Apps. We have multiple tiers, the Academy, the Accelerator, and the Executive tiers. So no matter what your skill level, time commitment, and budget is, we have something that fits your needs. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll see you in the next video.